Alright, well, we're moving on. We're into, oh, got antes now. Let's make a note of that. 120, 240, and it's a 25 ante, which is, 12.5% of the big blind. So it's worth going after a few of these pots. Uh, Open up pre a little bit, where I would be folding ace 9, ace 10 in some spots. Now I'm probably going to be raising with them. Um, just generally opening up a little more pre-flop, especially into some scared stacks that may not want to really get too involved. This guy, maybe if somebody was a little bigger than him, we got some shorter stacks here. So we've got 1, 2, 3 guys who are short. This guy probably should be shoving pre-flop also if he's going to play. They won't. They just don't know to. But they ought to be. But 10-2 we're not playing. 4-3 we're not playing. Okay, we're big blind here. Oh, we have our first shove. Ron here is shoved with, what, 5 big blinds? Pretty much. A little more. 5.5. Alright, let's see what happens. Fold, 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 fold. Okay. There is 19-20 in the pot. We need to call, what, 11-20. So we're not quite getting 2 to 1. Generally, if you're getting like 2.2, maybe 2.3 to 1, it's like an automatic call. It's a little different here, though, with the bounty. There are bounties in this thing. Like I said, it's a turbo knockout. The bounty is worth $2. Oh, I'm thinking of a $12. Bounty is worth 50 cents, which is 1/6 of your entry fee. So that would mean, as far as chips go, your 3,000 stack, a sixth of that's 500 chips. So the bounty is really worth the same as 500 chips. That in mind, you could add 500 chips to the pot here, making it 24-20, and then you're getting, what, 11-20 to call. So you're getting a little better than 2 to 1 here. Queen might actually be ahead. I mean, this guy's fairly short. He could be shoving 10-9 here, and you could be flipping against sixes. It's close, but you could probably call or fold depending on how you want to look at it. I mean, just saying, oh, I've got a lot of chips, I can afford to. Not so much in play. I know in one of the Harrington books, he stated that I will happily call any all-in for 10% of my stack or less, or whatever. Well, I think it was exactly that. He has since pretty much recanted that. I read in another book, one of the PFX books, I guess I call them. The name of them, tournament guys. I can't remember the name of the book. I'm sorry, but Ape Styles and Pearl Jammer and Ryzen are the authors, but you probably know what I'm talking about. At least I hope not. I hope you are. They pretty much had actually asked him about that and said, we really don't like just calling off because of his percentage of your stack, and he pretty much admitted to him, yeah, I've rethought that. It's probably not the greatest thing in the world, and in a future edition he may take that out. But let's see what you do. We call. And we're right. Look at that. Well, that's even lower than I thought. I would actually have folded that. I'm not that desperate. Well, take that back. Where is he? 3 off the button. 5.5 to 6 big blinds. Yeah, I think I do call off with that there. It's getting to the point where you're getting pretty desperate. Yeah, that's on the edge. That's what I would call the ass end of my range. That's maybe the very lowest hand that I would do it with, other than, I don't know, some other suited hand. I might go 7-6 or something, just because, our fold equity is getting pretty low. Well, let's see how you do. Let's see. Do you win? Do you win? Do you win? Do you win? Oh, yeah, we win by quite a bit. He had a gutty, but he missed. All right. Well, enjoy your 50 cents. Ace Queen. Oh, wow. Another hand. All right, I hope you raise here. Out of the blinds, I tend to raise higher. That's how I was taught. Mainly because we have to try to compensate for being out of position a little bit. Normally I'm raising, what, 960, I guess. Yeah, I would go 4x here, but I'd add one being in the blind, so I'd go like 1200 here. or over, 11 something like that. Or we could just pot bet, which is fine too, I guess. Almost the same difference. Maybe a little more you really have to. You're sending a message either way. I'll be stunned if this guy calls. He doesn't. Alright, we take it. The point is at least you did make her a strong raise. Let's see. Limp. Whoops, pot. Yeah, we're going away. This guy's got a lot of chips. Ace Jack, hello. Whoops. Ooh. Let's see if it gets to you. Yeah, it does. In my super turbos, I've come to learn, though those don't have antes, which I think makes this being on effectively on the button. I don't see the button here, but we're effectively the button. I think I shove and isolate here. This guy could, he's got 7.5 big blinds. He's going fairly light. He's only 3 off the button. He's not really, he's got the impression of being under the gun here because he's first to act, but we've only got 6 people here. If it were me, I'm almost the same range as maybe a little more, maybe a little bit tighter to what I would have been. What was it, Ron, with the 9-8 off? I might be shoving 9-8 off here too. I don't know if this guy's that wide. People sometimes aren't. We don't know if this guy is capable of that. But I certainly think Ace Jack's enough. I would isolate. You certainly would put a bunch of pressure on. This guy might go, and Martina may just decide to go anyway. Might not be a bad idea with all the chips that'll be in there. Will was certainly not call off light. That's for sure. Certainly be better than Ace Jack, and it'd probably be considerably better than Ace Jack. He might fold Ace Queen. Ace King's calling. Nines might call. I think nines would fold. Tens might fold. I don't know. Depends on the player. Let's see. Now you decide to go away. Alright, well. That's maybe a bit tight. I don't know. We can talk about that too. In the forum if somebody wants to bring it up. But I think I'd shove over that. In these spots, I tend to get a little aggressive. Sometimes I'm a nit, if this was an open shove and then somebody flatted, I probably fold. But see if anybody else does. Oh, he called. Oh, he called with Ace Jack. Well, being the big blind, that's much easier. You don't have to worry about anybody behind you. And it's a race. Let's see. Yep. Okay. Very good. Well, he didn't know it, but he only had 4 outs. Though he did flop okay. King would have helped. Anyway. Okay. Moving on. Ooh, King. Queen Jack. Let's see. Well, we got a flat and a raise. Alright, well, I would have opened here. Yeah, I'm opening my range, especially on 150, 300. I think the blind's the ante's still 25, though. So I may not be quite as aggressive if it was 400. 40 instead of 25. But I probably would have opened here. But yeah, we'll fold. Jack 10. I'm not playing that. 10-9, same thing, I'm sure. 5-2, Queen 7, 3-4. Do we get a walk? No. Min raise. Alright, Logan min raises, but I see, man, that's 4 high. No. Okay. So now he limps. Logan limps. I've seen you fold other times, but suited, why not? Eddie checks. We whiff. You'll bet. Oh, min bet. Probably enough. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, hi. Yeah, you get some hands on the button. Limp. Oh, we got some action. Let's see. What would you do here? Well, this is slightly awkward. He pretty much went pot. So he likes his hand. Most people, they tend to do that. Although we did see a guy, min raise over a limp earlier with tens. When I first looked at this before I recorded, I really wavered on this. I've now come to think that this is a shove. Before I was like, gosh, I don't know if you're really ahead of his range. Maybe it's almost better to flat, but I don't like the stack size for that. It's just a little too shallow, I think. It's a little big for a shove too, but I think I prefer shove over a flat. I mean, what are we gonna do? Set mine jacks? I think I believe we still have some fold equity. May not have the most fold equity because he did pot. Um, if he had raised it even 1600 or 1400, I might think we'd have more, but might be a better spot to flat. Um, I'm not so worried about the guys behind us. Yeah, if they wake up, they wake up. But we've got nine, about 9 times the the bet in front of us. Yeah, there's a little bit of a concern of what the guy is limping in under the gun with 20 big blinds, but I feel like I said, if he has aces, he has aces. I'm thinking I'm going ahead and committing here. I think jacks is enough. It's strong enough to play against what his range possibly could be with raising there, especially if you consider that the guy still might fold. There's a lot of money out there. I think it's time. It sounds risky. I know you've got 20,000 chips, and you might want to. You might end up busting out with jacks to what could be aces or could be kings or whatever. But there are times where you just, you have to go with the range that you put the guy on and how well your hand plays against that typical range. I believe he could easily have tens and ace queen here, and that's enough. It's worth enough to get it in, and nothing says he'll call. So there's that percentage of the time that we're gonna pick up a $3,600 pot here with no resistance. But let's see what you do. Yep, you fold. Don't know if I can really blame you too much. I think it's a little tight. Maybe not. I mean, I know you see I got 20,000 chips. So I really want to get involved with the one guy that can really take me out here. That's a good one to talk about again. Let's see if anybody wants to bring that up. See if anybody gets involved. Oh, we got a flat. Hold on. Oh, gosh. Of course, the ace comes out. Nice job, Rick. Telling the guy to call. Oh, and he shoves. Hello. Shoves basically the pot. This is great. It's almost like a stop and go. What is this? Is this spades? Is this an ace? Ace X of spades? I don't know. Maybe he hit ace 6 and he was dumb enough to limp and call. I don't know. Let's see. What does Isle do here? He's certainly calling with an ace, ace king or even ace queen, I guess. There's no way he's going away. Let's see. He let it go, so he didn't have aces. Did he have kings and just figured the guy had to have an ace, or did he have 8s or 9s or 10s? Well, it wouldn't be ace queen. I don't know. He thought the ace would have hit a decent amount of his range, but certainly there was enough in there that makes him fold here. Alright, well, interesting hand. No, 9-3. No, 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 no. Oh, ace queen. Alright, let's see what happens here. Oh! Another interesting hand. Alright, we're up to 250-500, notice. Blinds are getting high. Ante, 50. And he goes 3x here. He could easily shove. I would be shoving. Even 7,500 or so in my 7,000 maybe with this. Somewhere around in there. I would be willing to go all the way without the 14, 15 big blinds now. I've gotten to the point where trying to raise with that kind of a stack and getting flatted just makes it awkward post-flop. Or if you do get re-raised, again, you're just in an awkward spot and makes it ugly. I prefer to keep things simple when I can. Here, let's see what happens. Let's see if anybody calls. No. Alright, again, we do have fold equity. I believe, and this is again with some of the stuff I've done in the Super Turbos, ace queen's good enough. I'm shoving here. This guy could easily have jacks. You know, we could be racing. He could have ace king, but oftentimes they will make that 3x raise, even if they're going to commit with a hand like ace 10 or even king queen, things like that. They just want to give. Maybe they don't know any better. They just, well, I'm raising, I'm going 3x. But ace queen, I believe, is good enough considering stack size here, and also the fact that our blinds are getting pretty high. You know, we only have 40 big blinds ourselves. Let's see what you do. Pretty much, in essence, putting them all in. And he goes and calls with, oh, he does have ace king this time. Oh, well. Well, note that. You need to note that. I hope you did. We lose that time. Well, it's the way it goes sometimes. Alright, let's see. You fold? I don't blame you. 7-6, you're probably folding. Yeah. Jack 8, I assume. Oh, jacks again. Okay, we get to open this time. Still in decent shape. I mean, 13's nothing to sneeze at. I would probably go 1200, 1250. Wouldn't cry if you went 1500 because you do have a couple of bigger stacks behind you that, you know, may decide to come along. I still think that 1250 is plenty. You're still denying proper implied odds to hit a set, and being this guy, the big blind is so short. You might even be able to get away with 1150 or something. Really, to be honest. I'm a creature of habit. I've gone to the point where I go 1200 here now. That's my standard. I do it all the time now, no matter what situation really is. Unless for everybody's like 40 big blinds deep, then I'll probably go 1500. But you go 1500. Okay. Hello. Eddie decides to get it in. What does Mike do? He goes away. I hope you're calling. If I were Eddie, I would be shoving probably even as low as 7s. I wouldn't think I'd have a whole lot of fold equity to a 3x. I'm going with ace queen for sure. Probably maybe even ace jack at this point. I would think I could do it. Something like that. 8s and ace queen for sure. No doubt in my mind. And jacks is killing that range. Oh, this guy is ace 5. Okay, that's, in my opinion, a little bit weak. Let's see what you do. 6. Oh, very good. All right, so we hold, and we're back up to 21. Very good. Good for us. Okay, not playing that, not playing that, not playing that. Let's see if we get to play a flop. Looks like we do. Yep. Oh my goodness. That hurts my eyes just looking at that. We flopped a straight flush draw. Oh my goodness, and this guy is short. Ooh. Couple ways to play this, I guess. You could lead, and I assume we'd probably have to call a shove. I mean, if we do that, we could try to... Ooh, I don't know. Might have to go all the way. I mean, you know, the chances this guy limped in with diamonds is not that great. It's possible, but not that great. Who knows what he's limping in with here. He should have just shoved. Let's see. Oh, wow. Big bet. You're definitely committing. That almost screams draw. You know, like, please, you know, I got to draw. I'm going to call you, but, you know, I'd rather if you didn't because I've only got, you know, shit. Let's see what our friend Mike does here. Oh, he's deciding he likes it. Okay. Oh, he's got the king of diamonds. He's got the draw too. Oops. Almost. We're drawing to a chop, pretty much, or the 7 of diamonds. Oh dear. Or the queen of diamonds. Queen of diamonds works. Okay, so we got what? 2 outs to win. All right. Let's see what happens. Oh, there's the 7. Oh, too bad the diamond hit. You would have had him. Voice for a chop. Oh well, that was kind of ugly. What this guy is doing, limping in with King Jack in this position, is absurd. That's more than strong. He's just scared. If he didn't flop this, it just came no diamonds with 10, 5, 2. You could probably have taken a stab and he would have crumbled. You know, you hit the jack at all, that'd be the only thing you'd be worried about. You hit the 3, you're definitely gonna win. He's, gosh, I don't understand. Oh well, that's okay. Well, lost that one.